Welcome, 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 everybody. Tonight I wanted to talk about some stuff I've been experiencing, all these new things and everything. This is probably all old stuff to some of you, but the way it was brought to me, when we have our clarity moments, when we have, this is for me, our moments like that, that's when we really want to share. And I had 18 months of that, but I was under orders to be quiet. So today is June 29th, 2015, and it is 6 p.m. It is 111 degrees here in lovely Lake Havasu with about a 22% humidity, which is really not cool. It's not good. Makes it yucky hot instead of just hot. Breath of Terra is a donation-based radio. If you would like to help us stay on the air, please email me at breathofterra@gmail.com, or just go directly to PayPal and enter the breathofterra@gmail email address when they ask for your email. My new website is http://breathofterra.webs.com. I'm also on Facebook, and of course here on Blog Talk Radio. Make sure that you follow the subscribe or hit me up or write to me buttons so that I can correspond easier with you all. I thank you so much for the opportunity to be with you always. Some of my regular people and whatnot, I love you guys. You guys, thank you for believing in me and helping me too. So, okay, so let's get to this. And hopefully I'll be able to take callers. That's why I scheduled an hour and a half. Oh, my nose is tickling. Okay, so from time to time, my team, they talk to me, and as I'm learning, sometimes they give me instructions to allow others in on what they're teaching me or showing me or whatever, so that we can all anchor and integrate the energy into this here and now. And that's kind of one of those things that is happening for me now. Only this time it's like, oh, you want me to teach this now? Finally, oh, okay. So so that's what I've been doing with some people. And one of the things that I've noticed is that people are having a hard time being in their here and their now. They know this stuff in their head, but they're not in it. They're not in what they know in their head. They're not living it. They're not appropriating it. They're allowing hang-ups and things like this to get in their way. And this is what I kind of experienced with some people. So, when we're not really in the observer mode, we're just being human, or a star seed, or whatever you want to call it. We're just doing our walk here. Sometimes our own agendas get in the way. And when is it a good time to call and say, look, BS, just be quiet and listen. Let's do one thing at a time, and then we'll talk about your stuff. Then we'll deal with your stuff. It's like trying to juggle. People you're friends with on the job or something. It's just really bizarre. And I never got that 3D stuff very well. So I'm learning a lot. And I'm learning that I don't have to allow my heart to be ripped out of the chest. I don't have to have that punch in the core like, oh, God, that kind of stuff anymore. So it's really, really kind of cool. So in going from these little moments to moments, sometimes my team asks me to help other people, and that's kind of what I'm doing. And I started a new group, and it will be on Facebook here shortly. I'm just getting the webpage together so we can correspond through the webpage, and it's something outside of Breath of Terra. It has to do with the extraterrestrials, Star Wars, or not the political Star Wars, but the Star Wars and things like that. Oh, thank you. And so that in order for us to really appropriate what our spiritual team is saying to us and live it, so that it brings that special, it brings that special authenticity to you and everything that you share. And just sitting there, people are like, oh, they want to hear what you have to say, and they listen to you, and they do what you tell them to do, or show them to do, or ask them to do, depending on your situation. One of the things I learned while I was going through this 18-month transition was that it was really, really important for me to know my own belief. What is this I believe up here? I really didn't care why. I cared about what was I believing in, and what was I going to do about it, and and then where did it come from? What was the root of it? What's the origin of it? Is it serving me anymore? And so that led to, I had to fire some team members again because I had outgrown them, and they understand that my terminology. It's not like like they're bad guys or anything like that, or that they're not doing their job. It's just that as we grow, there needs to be recognition of your team. There needs to be, when someone comes up to me and says, how do you know ET says that? And I'm like, look, here's the whole bigger picture. Where do you see yourself in this? And then I will answer your question because I don't want to waste my time or yours. So that's kind of where I'm at right there. So, and inside of this, and dealing with things this week, I noticed that a lot of people are hurting because they still have very old school, very old paradigm perceptions of themselves. They still have that old hurt that they originally had to deal with when they became enlightened in the 3D, when they started awakening and whatnot. They still need to work on it. They worked on it a little bit and they thought, I've arrived. And if you're one of those people, I love you, and I want to tell you that there's so much more to you. There is so much more to you. So give yourself a chance, when you feel you have done the work, what is it that you're perceiving is still holding you back? Why aren't you out in the front lines? In other words, why aren't you in the front? Why aren't you in the top 10 in YouTube? Why aren't you top 5, top 10, top 20? You know what I mean? Oh, Teresa, I just don't get into that, Well, I didn't either, but, things change. So anyway, the energy of our heart is really what's at key here. The energy, you're praying for this white light and balance into the soul star chakra and go down to the core earth, and the energy comes back up, and it just and it's helping you. But yet there are specific things that you no longer can even consciously deny that they're going on in you. You no longer can, go around certain people because they're going to confront you. You know what they're going to say to you. And they're not doing it to be meanies or anything like that, even though maybe they need some class or tact or something, who knows. That's not it. When you're trying to juggle the love and light that you are, the divinity that you are, the I am that you are, where does the energy go? Does it go to my mental body? Does it go to my spiritual body? Does it go to my physical body, my third body? Where does all this energy go? And why do I have to get so many downloads? And exactly what are all these downloads saying, and why are they happening? And many of you are at this point. Many of you are really at this point, and many of you are going through with the help of this and the masters, archangels, and whatnot. And you're finding out, hey, this one's got a name, this one's got a color, a ray, a vibration, a frequency, and I can trust that is always Archangel Michael. I can trust that is whoever it is that you're experiencing. And you're learning this because you're trusting yourself, regardless of your belief system, regardless of the religion, regardless of the family programming, regardless of the sociological programmings and things like that. And you're learning that You're a lot more effective when you come from your heart. And that you don't have to worry about faking it. You don't have to worry about being authentic. You just don't worry about those things. And I'm especially talking to some of you who are in the business, in a business. The old paradigm, I know that a lot of people are still a part of the old paradigm, and they haven't jumped all the way in because they really don't know where to jump. They know that's the right pool, and they're kind of circling the edge, and they're trying to ignore people that are watching them and being polite at the same time and things like that. And so, when all of this stuff is going on, we need things to help us jog our memory, to jog our higher mind, the higher self, so that we can start making some decisions to step up out of this confusion, step out of these routines that really are old paradigm. They're not part of the fifth dimension at all. They're third density. And a really good example is, how many times have you gone to a gathering? Yeah. How many times have you gone to a gathering and you really actually looked forward to you got there, and when you got there, boy, I'm just like, okay. And you got there, and it was like, why did I come here? This is so not what I thought. That this is not like last time I was here. So, like, what's going on? That is you facing the energies that you're putting out there. That is the confusion factor working. And the best way to work through it is to allow the archangels, the ascendant masters, the AT, if that's what you're into, the code technicians or whatever you want to call them, allow them to help you relax into who you are through your I am. Allow it to happen. Many of us did this before, and we even took the seat of the observer, and things got really weird. And then, like this year, they've been pretty cool. And now, we're exiting out of the 6th month of this year. We're going to the last 6 months of this year, and it's like, okay, this has gone beyond getting downloads. Now, like myself, I'm starting to understand 3 years worth of downloads all at one time. And I have been writing and videoing and oh, thanks, and whatnot for about 2 weeks now. And I'm actually getting out of my house, and I'm going and I'm meeting with people. I'm allowing people to come to my house, and I'm helping them as much as I can, as much as they can handle, as much as they can absorb is the word. And so, by allowing yourself to let go of old paradigm, by allowing yourself to allow critical thinking, and I don't know what to call it, but it's not what you think. So Google critical thinking. How do you think critical thinking skill? It's a skill for the mind, and it works really well in 5D. It works really, really well, and it works really well for helping you to root out what it is exactly that you believe. It's really cool. Let me take a look in the chat room over here and see what's happening. Hello everybody in there. How are you guys doing? Awesome. My shows that I do like this, that I don't advertise for these, the chat always is like, oh, but even if one question comes forward, it's always good. So, my intent tonight is to help you to jog your memory. So some things that came up in my desire to want to help clear out confusion was looking outside of your own experiences, your own dreams, your own visions, your own visitations. When you look outside of those, you're only going to get more confusion. You have to trust yourself. Write that down. I trust myself. When you feel like your team is close to you and is quiet, nobody's around, not expecting anybody, so you could take a few moments with yourself. Just ask, because only you know the truth. You can ask to know their names. You know, when you treat the other side, when you treat the invisible, the unseen realm, like it's just as real as it is here, then it becomes that way. And it's very easy right now for it to become that way. It's just awesome. And so that will help you. That will help you to tune into your own frequency, your own truth, your own experience. You know, once you get a handle of it, you might want to run it by somebody that you care about and that you know cares about you, and they trust you and you trust them, and there's some healthy rapport there. You know, trust yourself that you can do these things, and be very, very careful while you're creating this for yourself about what you allow inside here. There's a lot of there's a lot of stuff out there that it's not true, and even I thought it was true at one time. It's just not true. It's just not true at all. So here we go. Okay, so what is it about your current situation that you would change? What tools would you use? Would you use the old ones that still haven't worked for you? Would you be open to asking your team for newer ones? How would you want to handle that? I lost my place. Oh, so we use these old tools. They're good tools. They're really cool. But the thing that your spiritual team and mine impressed on me, for me, and I'm sharing with you, is that in order to get out of the lower densities and stay out, in order to get out of the confusion and the lack, people, the lack of communication and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, you know, clear, concise, conscious communication is very, very important. So what's holding you back from that? Is it glamour? Are you glamorizing? Oh, when I went to Sedona, oh my God. You know, if you're doing that crap, you're hurting yourself, and you're chasing people away from you that your soul is contracted to be with, that will bless you, they'll help you, they'll even provide for you, they will be of a help in some sort of way in your life. And so here you are, you're praying, oh God, oh God, oh God, and you just chased off your helper that was sent to you. Took thousands maybe of lifetimes to get to this day and age and this time and this here and this now with you and the one you just sent away, because you had a preconceived, or you watched a video on YouTube and so said. Do you see what I mean? So what does it take to be free to create? That's a really good question that I asked my team. What is it going to take for me to be truly free to create? And just go with it, you know, without the egoic energies, without the attachment, without the fear of, oh God, what if I do these shows and nobody listens, and I don't know, but maybe I don't feel good, or I don't, you know, and making all these old ways of, this old pattern, this old coding, you know, this old stuff, you know. And on the same hand, if absorbing new information and getting absolutely nothing out of it but a conversation, that's not you trusting yourself. That's not you bringing yourself out of confusion and chaos and the old paradigm. It's not you creating the fifth dimension the way that you want it, and the fifth dimension is a physical reality. So what is it going to take for you to be free to create? And again, I'm going to ask you, what is it about your current situation that you would that would change the tools that you use? What tools, you know, your imagination is pretty much the limit right now. What tools do you want? How would you like to get your message across to people? if money and going places and technology and learning was, not a problem. So, if I can figure all this stuff out, y'all can figure this out too. Yeah. And so, when you feel your team close to you, when you feel that warm feeling rising up in your core, when you get that, oh, cool, you get that soft, gentle feeling, trust yourself that you will make the right decision. You will not do it out of fear. You will not do it out of limited choices. We have an entire universe to select from. And then ask yourself, what needs to change? What needs to change to allow you to be yourself and to honor yourself and to trust yourself? Okay, so that's a couple of things. Trust yourself. Okay, angels, help me trust myself. Show me when I'm not trusting myself. Let me know the vibration, the frequency, the color, the smell, the how-to, the way it's working up here, and the way it's interfering with the heart energy. Let me know how that feels for me personally, so I can do something about it, because I am responsible for me, the condition of my soul, the condition of my heart, and what comes out of my mouth, and the energy that I present or project. And see, we don't do that anymore. We don't project anymore either. So, okay. So I'm going to play a song, if I can find my jukebox. So let's see. I think I'll play this song. This is REM, one of my favorite bands. Be right back.
Everybody.